Hello again. In this video, I will show you how to use Miradi Share to standardize information in a portfolio of related projects, otherwise known as a program. As I mentioned before, the open standards define a conservation project as a set of actions undertaken by a defined group of practitioners to achieve defined goals and objectives. Projects can range in scale from managing a small pond to an entire ocean. A program, in contrast, is both a high-level project in its own right with its own goals and objectives, as well as a collection of child projects. Managing programs is a key benefit of Miradi Share. As one example of a program, Bush Heritage Australia is a land trust organization that is currently managing 35 reserves across Australia using the open standards for the practice of conservation. Bush Heritage has created Miradi files for each of their properties. We are currently looking at the program homepage for a public example site that Bush Heritage has created that only has a handful of project files in it. Clicking on the program membership button, you can see that I am currently a member of the program team, which gives me certain rights and abilities. Only program administrators and managers can add new members to the program team. Returning back to the overview of this program, if we want to roll up information across projects in a program, it's important that all of the projects use common terms to describe the targets, threats, strategies, goals, objectives, indicators, resources, and other types of information in their project. To this end, Miradi Share has a powerful set of tools to help program teams standardize the information in their projects. For the most part, only program managers will have to know how to set up these tools, so I'll just introduce them quickly and show you how they're used. As you may know, Miradi desktop software has a few built-in standard classifications that enable you to tag a threat or strategy with its standard name. For example, if I click on the threat unsustainable fishing by locals, you can see that it has been tagged with the standard classification of 5.4, fishing and harvesting aquatic resources. This tagging approach allows a project team to call the threat whatever they like, but also tie it to a common nomenclature, in this case a published common taxonomy developed jointly by the IUCN and the Conservation Measures Partnership. Miradi Share extends this tagging approach to allow program managers to specify specific sets of program terms that they would like to use for their program. If I click on the Program Templates tab, you can see that Miradi Share allows program managers to set up specific template sets for both projects as a whole, as well as specific Miradi factors within projects. These templates are then injected into Miradi files for the program. It's probably easier to see how these work on the Miradi desktop side of things. So I'm going to download and open the Charles Darwin Reserve in Miradi desktop. You are now looking at the Charles Darwin Reserve project in Miradi desktop, and if I click on the Miradi Share tab, you can see that I can tag this project with geographic location, as well as with landscape and organizational unit common taxonomies. These taxonomies all came from the program template in Miradi Share. More interestingly, if I switch to the diagram view and we look at the conceptual model page and I open up the strategy of fire management, you can see that in addition to the standard CMP classification, I can also tag this strategy to a Bush Heritage strategic goal or to one of their specific strategy activity codes. It takes a fair amount of time to set up program taxonomies and to ensure then that all your project teams are using them, but as you will see next, the payoff comes when you're able to manage and roll up information across your project.